Alright, so this is video number 2 of step 1. So you should have already decided of your two texts which you prefer and why. And now this is where you get a little bit more specific.
Okay, so you should have a handout in front of you. So Steve and I are going to talk through each of them.
So each of these little prompts will come in the form of which text is more something.
So at this stage you don't need to come up with evidence to back up your gut feeling. Just for now you need to just decide which one is more.
So at the end of this activity you'll have a long list of value statements, things that you believe about your text. Then the harder part is added in later, which is your evidence and putting that into an essay, and all those things come later. For now this is just your gut. No, keep going by all means.
You might need a dictionary to look up some of the definitions of these words, and that's okay. That's what we want you to do in BCE, because like I tell my classes, that if you do not bring a dictionary to the SAC, what are you, Steve?
You're a fool.
You're a fool. Which of the two texts is the more feminist text?
Which of the two texts is more fearful?
Which is more masculine?
Or male-centric? So which of the two texts is more orientalist or more othering? So what this means is essentially there is an us and there is a them. There is an exotic other, so the oriental with a capital letter. There is an outsider that is not like us.
Which of the two texts is more relational, as in which focuses more on relationships?
Which of the two texts is more supportive of great man history? So what this means is a view of history that it is made up of excellent, typically men, but occasionally women, who are the main driving forces behind history.
Which of the two texts is more intellectual or intelligent?
Which of the two texts is more cynical?
Which of the two texts is more pessimistic?
Which text focuses more on fate or free will? So fate is everything's predestined and free will is people make choices and things occur. Alright, which of the two texts is more neoliberal? So again, you're going to have to define that, but essentially neoliberalism is everyone has free will to choose what they want based on economic ideas.
Which of the two texts is more racist?
Which of the two texts is more moral or amoral, or moralistic you could say?
Which of the two texts is more religious?
Which of the two texts is more classist?
Which of the two texts is more capitalist or socialist?
Which of the two texts is more democratic? So when decisions are they made democratically or in another way?
Which of the two texts has more of a focus on the environment?
Which of the two texts is more modern or postmodern? So essentially modern, you're thinking black and white, and postmodern, you're thinking grey.
And lastly, which of the two texts is more of a Bildungsroman, which is a fancy way of saying coming of age?
Bildungsroman!
No, it's not. It's Bildungsroman.